Hello folks, and welcome to another video. Now we've got a little treat for you today. We've got Nigel, who's standing just there. He's going to be helping me prune this Lord Lambourne apple tree. The tree's been in our garden. We planted it here. It's been there right from the beginning, so it's approximately 29 years old. And when we've cut it before, we've tended to use the electric shears and just gone over the top, and and that's basically how we've done it. Yeah. So Nigel's going to give us a little chat now about, well, I'll leave you here. Over to you, Nigel.
Okay, so when you prune an apple tree, what you're trying to do is to make sure that you get a steady flow of fruit through the years, and you want the tree to look nice as well. You want it to look good. It's, what is it, December the 20th or thereabouts at the moment, 22nd I think, and so the tree is dormant. So this is the best time to prune the tree.
Okay.
If we have a look to see what one's doing, you see there's an awful lot of twiggy growth here that one obviously wants thinning out. If we just left it this year, you'd get thousands and thousands of leaves next year, and pests hiding, foliage much too dense, so we've got to thin it out.
Okay.
Now there are two sorts of buds. This is key to doing a fruit tree. There are two sorts of buds you can see. Now can we see here where my finger is?
Yeah.
Those little buds, those cone-shaped buds.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to get next year's blossom and fruit.
Oh right. Okay.
Right, there's another one, look.
Yeah.
There's another one. They're pointed.
Right.
And they're quite fat.
Okay.
So if we were to prune all those off, we wouldn't get any fruit.
Okay.
So that's what we've got to be careful of. There's another sort of bud on a fruit tree, which you'll see if you look at any of these vertical shoots. These are known as water shoots.
Yeah.
And if we narrow down on one of these, now if you look where my finger is...
Hang on a minute. Oh, there you are. Yeah.
Okay. Now, next to my fingernail, you can see what is known as a leaf bud.
Okay.
So that will not form a flower or a fruit. So we can safely take off all of the wood that looks like that, if we need to, without losing any fruit.
Okay.
Okay, so those are the two sorts of bud. So what we're going to do to start with, I think, is to take off most of the thin shoots with the leaf buds, and then see what's left.
Right, okay.
We also need to have a look at the trunk to make sure there are no pests hiding. Loose bark is where the pests will hide. So if there's any loose bark on the trunk, then that needs to be brushed off or prized off with a knife or a screwdriver.
Okay.
But we'll leave that for now because there's an awful lot of pruning to do.
So what we're going to do, folks, we're going to put the camera on the tripod. It's approximately 30 feet away. I'm going to be zoomed in, and you'll be able to see us working away. We're not sure how this is going to work, whether we're going to be able to do a speedy tough or what. I really do not know at the moment. So we might, but we're basically going to be recording the whole bit, and we'll have to decide. I may put it all up, and then I may do an edited version where we chop the pieces out. But obviously Nigel needs to see what's happening, because he'll have a better idea what needs to be kept and what doesn't.
Yeah,
so,
it's a job to know what to do on a tree like this to start with. But the rule is, you can't put it back once it's cut off, obviously. So you go slowly and carefully to start with, and then eventually you start to see the form that you want the tree to take, and then you can speed up.
And what I should say, folks, is that we tend to get always around 100, 150 apples off this tree every year. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to stick it on tripod. from another video. A very windy day here in Leicestershire. It's Boxing Day, and we never did get to finish the update on the apple tree, so I'm just showing you what it looks like now that we've more or less trimmed it. It will probably just needs tidying up a little bit more. I think that's what Nigel said, but I just thought I'd add this onto the video, and then we can, if we do need to do another one, we can put up a little update to it. So let's I'm just having a look. I did put a little twig down. So from what Nigel, summing up from what Nigel's told me, when you've got a pointed bud like that, that's where the apples come from. As you can see, there's loads on here. Can you see that? But when you've got a flat one, it's a leaf bud. I'm just trying to find one now. So anyway, basically I learned quite a lot from that. You know, I can't find a leaf bud now. I think that one is that one looks as though it's a leaf bud. So I'm just trying to find another visible one, but I can't see one. Anyway, it looks as though this tree's got loads of buds with potential fruit next year. We've even got an apple still left on. I'll leave it for the birds. So yeah, so what we basically did, what Nigel said, was you cut all the uprights off. You check for diseases. We've removed a lot of the twigs where they had the woolly aphid damage. Can you see this twig here? It's got bulges in. That, I'm pretty sure, has been affected, so I'm just taking that off. I think we've taken pretty well them all off. You can see here. Can you see that? That. Let's see if we can. There you are. I've taken that off because that's. We don't want that on there. I think it's basically looking a lot better. I can see this one here. Can you see all these bulges? That needs to be taken off, but I'll get the secateurs on it. Just going to put this twig in the bin because we don't want to contaminate the ground. And basically the other thing what Nigel said was that you've got to try and make sure that all the branches they're not crossing each other. I suppose that one is to some extent, but obviously you've got to. We don't want to take too much stuff off to affect the next year's growth. Basically it's looking a lot clearer now. You can see all this space in between the tree where basically where the insects and that can fly around freely, the birds, everything what helps pollinate stuff, it can all be moved around, and also you can actually get into the heart of the tree to pick the fruit. We've also chopped the branches up high so it's all within reach. If you look, I can reach all these branches now, so they're only 8 feet high. It really is looking a lot better. It'd just be interesting now to see how it produces this following year after this trim. Okay, that's it then. Thanks for watching.